Hi everybody, Alex here from Expert Forex, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I trade 27 MT4 platforms trading 216 Forex robots all on one computer. And this is what it looks like when you have 27 platforms trading so many computers at the same time. Every single item on here is a platform, so you can see I've got a whole lot of platforms stacked on top of each other and a few platforms stacked on top of each other on this side. So that shows the 27 platforms that are open at the same time, trading over 200 Forex robots. And as we go through the video, I'll show you how that is set up. Now, there are many questions that come out of this is, what kind of computer do you use? How do you set so many platforms up? How do you set so many robots up? And then lastly, how do you control and manage so many robots at the same time? So I'm going to answer those questions as we go through this video. The first question is, what kind of computer you use? Now, I use an off-the-shelf HP computer. As it says there, it was under 2,000 Australian dollars. It was bought from Harvey Norman, and I essentially just went in, picked it up, and it was active. Within an hour of purchasing it, I was able to start loading my robots and start trading. It has 6 core processors which help with the speed of the processing, and it has a pretty fast motherboard. I'm using 16 RAM, and as you can see, the resources on this machine are not stressed at all. They're running at a 20% CPU usage, and the memory is only roughly 30% of the RAM capacity. So it's just ticking over the machine, and it's running all those robots at the same time. Now, there is an MT4 limitation. It will not let you load more than, say, 30 platforms at the same time, so I have to purchase more and more computers if I want to trade more and more platforms. So 27 is around about the maximum. I like the maximum to be around about 24. Then it gives a good balance between computer performance and manageability. I have about 6 of these computers running at the same time, testing Forex trading robots in real time on a monitoring account basis. Now, that excludes optimization computers, which we'll talk about in a later video. All right, so let's go through the process of loading so many platforms onto one computer. Firstly, what you do is you apply for a demo account, and you load that demo account, and you activate that demo account on your computer. Once you've got that activated, the program file for that platform will be in your program file folder. So you go to that folder, you click on the current open platform, and you copy it. You copy the whole folder. Then you paste it into the same program file folder, and it creates a new MT4 platform folder, and it's called copy of. That type of thing. Then you rename the folder to what you want it to be, and you send the terminal execute file to the desktop. And I'll show you all of this in real time. You rename that icon. That's the way I like doing it. And then you click on the icon. It will open a new platform for you, a separately identifiable platform. Then all you do is you go into the platform and open a new account, and your platform is running. Let me show you this on one of my other HP computers, very similar to the one that I have. Basically, I will go into my programs file. Now, you'll see I've already done a lot of this stuff here. I've already established about 15 laboratory trading accounts. So I'm going to just show you how I establish the 16th one. So I go to the 15th one, I right click on it, I copy it, then I stay in the same folder, right click and paste it. And it might ask you for administrative permission, and you say continue, and it then pastes it into that particular folder. Okay, and there it is. It says copy of 15. So then all you do is you go in and you rename it to Laboratory 16. And there I have a new platform. So what I then do is I go and I go into that platform. I then right click onto the application one, the copy one, and I send it to the desktop. And there it appears on the desktop. I just bring it down here for easier use. And all I then do is I change the name. And I change that to Lab 16. There we are. And then all I do is I open that particular desktop. And there it opens. So at the same time, I will then open a new account. So it already is suggesting the process for a new account. So I click Next, New Account, and there are my details. I click on Yes, I agree, and Next. And boom, boom, I have a functional MT4 platform, and I finished. Okay, so then the next thing to do is just to minimize this platform. So all I do is I drag the sides inwards. So drag them into the smallest part they'll go, and then even the top side I drag down as far as it will go. So that's the minimum size. I think it could most probably go a little bit more. No, and a little bit more there. And then I stack it on top of the others. Now, why do I stack it this way? It just makes it very easy to have a look at all the others. So if I want to look at, let's say, that account there, I just go and click on the tab that's sticking out, and I can open that, and I can size it back. I can size it to full size. There it is, and then I can close it, and it'll go back into its little place. So it's a very orderly way of managing your templates, and you can stack them, tidy them up. You can go like this and tidy them up, and have a quick look at whether they're trading or not. This is a laboratory that I'm setting up, so a few of them won't be trading. There's a few there that are trading, and then on this side I've got a few that I'm monitoring some spreads and things like that for various broker accounts. But that gives you an idea of how you can then set up. Now, if I needed another one, I just repeat the same process again. I copy that program. I'd go into the program folder, copy it, rename it, and do what I've just shown you right now. We just completed that particular process. So let's move on to the next one. And the next one is, how do you copy so many robots into your platform? An easy way of doing that, and I'll show you that process. So you load, and in this example I'm going to load 9 currencies into one profile. You open one of the charts and you set it up the way you want it to be. Then you simply create a template and copy that template into the other charts. You then save the profile as one that you want to continue using into the future. So let's do that. Okay, so I've opened an MT4 platform. I'm going to load 9 charts onto this platform. It's a brand new platform, so all I do is I say, all right, let's just, and any charts will do, because I'm just illustrating this concept here. So I'm loading, and that's about 6. I need 3 more. Let's just see. Try and get ones that I haven't loaded before, and so on. All right, so there's about 9 there, and let's just tile them to make them look more manageable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load an EA, and I'm just going to load the Make Money EA onto that particular chart. It then opens a whole lot of settings, and let's say those are the settings that I want to use. There are quite a few other ones that I can use. Let's say I'm going to use the balanced 1 hour. So I click on balanced 1 hour, and in it goes. So now I have the balanced 1 hour settings for that particular one, and I will then just say okay. So now the EA will I'll just open up the chart. There's the EA is active. I haven't clicked on auto trading yet, so that's why that little error message happens. But other than that, it is exactly how I want it. Now, one of the tricks to do here is that if you want to really monitor this EA, you need to put the indicators that apply on this particular EA. Now, I'm going to do that just as an illustration to show you how it's done. And to do that, I'm going to say insert indicator and a moving average. I'm going to put in, and as you can see, the first moving average is 180. So I'm going to put the 180 in. And I'm going to give aqua is fine. And I'll just make it a bit thicker. And there's the 180 moving average. So then I'm going to do the same thing again, indicator, moving average. Now the other indicator is 12. So I'm going to put 12 in there. And this time I'm going to just change the setting to, say, yellow. And there's the 12. There's the 12 going crazy there. And then there's another indicator that we need in this particular EA. And that is the directional movement, the ADX. So I'm going to put that in. The ADX, the parameters for the ADX is in this case 24, and it's 24, and the cutoff point is 35. So I'll go to levels, and the trading point, in other words, is 35. So I say OK, and it loads the ADX into the chart. So now I've got the two moving averages and I've got the ADX. Now how the make money works is it says when the moving averages are pointing in the same direction, like over there, it's up, and the ADX is over the 35 line, such as there, then enter deals and trade with the trend. That's how the make money EA works, and that's how it catches these fantastically strong trends. So that's the, and now you can actually monitor. So when the market's going sideways, look at that. The ADX is below the line. You won't trade at all. But when the ADX is above the line, it will trade. So now you can monitor this EA very nicely. Now this is set up exactly how you want to. So what you go and do is you go template, and you save the template. And I'm just going to call this a make money test template. Okay, so I save that, and we can now minimize. So that is what I want on all of these charts. I've now created a template, so all I do is I go and find that template that I've just created, and I post it onto each chart. The empty. There we are. So now what we now have is we are now testing those settings on 9 currencies, and that might not be the right one that I chose there. So what we now have, we have the one set of settings which we're testing on 9 currencies set up in front of your very eyes. So what I do now is all I need to do is click auto trading, and all of these EAs will start trading if they meet the requirement of the EA. Now if you very briefly look here, all of the yellow is below the red line, so don't expect any trades right now, except for this one. That one is above. That's the Aussie yen. That's trending. It's okay. So what you've just seen is what I've shown in this process. I've loaded 9 currencies. I've opened one of the charts, set it up exactly how I wanted, created a template, copied the template to the other charts, and I've saved the profile to keep and kept it open during trading. That's one thing I didn't do, but that's what you would do. You would save the profile and make sure it is open all the time, because that profile is, if you close the profile, it will not trade. So you have to keep it open facing the outside world, so that the EA can communicate with a broker's account. So then we move on to the next question. How do you control so many robots? Now it's quite simple. What I do then is I go into FX Blue and register each account that I've opened with FX Blue. There's the website. You go to FX Blue Live and then you register either using the account sync or the publisher method of registering. Once you are in the account that you've registered, you then create a portfolio and you then just add all the accounts that you've opened to monitor into that portfolio, and you can then monitor your portfolio. And I'll show you a portfolio that I've created. Okay, so I'm in my Forex Trading Setups forum. I'm in the portfolio of all my monitoring accounts that trade Forex, and I open that link, and then I can see all the results of all my monitoring accounts, and as you can see, they're all overall profitable, and that's quite nice. Now I'm going to show you, there is the portfolio. And I'm going to, before I go into that, I'm going to show you the portfolio with portfolio behind it, because I want to show you why that's important. Is I can actually now monitor all of my accounts right here, and I can see they're 100% up to date, except for that one, which I'll have to go and check up on. I think that one, there's a problem with that one, but other than that, all of them are nicely up to date, so I am okay with my that's how I monitor that all of them are running. Then what I do then is I click on statement, and what that then does, it then opens a statement of all the monitoring accounts, and I can click on portfolio over there, and then I've got a list of all my monitoring accounts right down to the bottom. There's all my monitoring accounts, so I can see all of my monitoring accounts. The results are quite easy to ascertain, and also I can then drill down into each particular account and see how that one is going, and I can drill down into a lot more detail there. So I can see this one's doing pretty well. It's made 16,000, only got 1,800 as negative, so it's made a huge return. And then I can look at analysis and I can say, all right, of the 9 or the 8 of the 8 currencies that I've loaded, which one is the most profitable and which one is the least profitable. So that's how I control my portfolios right down to currency level using the FX Blue reporting system. Right, now I hope you found this video interesting, and I hope I've given you some ideas for your trading into the future. You've now seen how it's possible to trade 27 platforms, trading 216 robots at the same time on only one computer. And the 2.737 million refers to the amount of ticks that get generated in a week. That's the amount of information that flows into this portfolio. If you do have any questions, please use the comments facilities on the YouTube video to ask any questions that you might have. And from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.